Hello, welcome to MTG Pro Tutor. I'm Sean Pennard, your host, and today we're opening a Cons of Tarkir booster pack. Let's dive right in and see what we get. Hope you're having a great holiday season so far and find some time to go do drafting. I did myself the other night and was quite pleased with the results, and I'm looking forward to share what we have going on. Alright, so this rare is Hardened Scales, which is alright, but not a limited powerhouse. So it costs 1 green mana. It's definitely better the earlier on you play it, and definitely better the more +1/+1 counters you're able to give your creatures. So all it does, it adds 1 +1/+1 counter anytime you add a +1/+1 counter. So when you outlast, instead of getting 1 +1/+1 counter, you get 2. If you had something that put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, you would get 3. It does not double it, it just adds 1. So this is good, again, early on, and only good if you have like a lot of cards that take advantage of the +1/+1 counter. So I would not take this early. I would take this later on, like pack 2 or 3, after I know that I have, a good Outlast deck coming together. Sage Eye Harrier is a 1/5 flying. It does have morph, so that's nice. You can play it in a pinch and then morph it when you can to have a nice, pretty hefty blocker. 5 toughness in the air can block quite a bit. Mardu Warshrieker, very useful. I mean, you get a lot of utility out of this guy. When you turn him face up, you get 3 mana, so he basically costs 1 mana to turn face up, and then you can use that mana for, playing a morph or anything else. Feed the Clan, I still feel is unplayable, just because cards that gain you life, they don't do much. Like, if you're losing, all this card is going to do is buy you more time to lose. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, this might give you an extra draw, maybe an extra 2 draws, but in reality, you would rather have a card that does something, something that can block or something that can fight. Yeah, so I don't like Feed the Clan. I never pull it, I never draft it, I never play it. Whirlwind Adept, I think it's very useful because of its hexproof. Basically, once it's on the board, the only way to get rid of it is in combat, and then it has prowess to kind of help it survive combat. Rotting Mastodon, very big, can block pretty much everything. I mean, this can even block Zergo, as long as he's not beefed up or anything like that. So, just, really good, solid blocker. However, he costs 5 mana, and he's vanilla, so there's nothing else going on. Aerostorm deals 4 damage to a creature or player, and then with Raid it does 5 damage and it can't be prevented. There's not a lot of things in this set that prevent damage, so I don't know why they threw that in there. Maybe it comes into play with Fate Reforged or some of the other sets, but yeah, it's not. I don't know. The can't be prevented part is not that big of a deal. Country Warden's all right. If you need some green playables, go ahead and throw it in there. It's definitely not a powerhouse. I'm definitely not going to first pick it. Swiftwater Cliffs, by the way, they've shown the art for they're showing the new art for Fate Reforged. They have the same refuges in Fate Reforged. It's just they have a makeover as far as art goes, so that's pretty cool. So far, I like this card a lot. There might be maybe Whirlwind Adept that I would take over this, but this is one of the better cards in the pack so far. Jeskai Wind Scout, 2/1, flying with prowess. It's good to have that flying for sure. You just definitely want to back it up with some strong spells, or cheap spells. Here we go. I'll take this card first in this pack. Disowned Ancestor, 0/4, Outlast. You can, once you outlast him like twice, you have a nice 2/6, strong body for defense, and yeah, hard to get through. I like Disowned Ancestor a lot. Ooh, Braided the Sands. I saw this used at my most recent draft. Being able to block more than one creature is very useful. With a little token, you can chump block 2 creatures, and that's great. So I'll take this over Disowned Ancestor. And the fact that it's not, I mean, this affects all your cards regardless of color, and it only costs 1 white mana to cast, or 1 white and 1 other, so only 1 colored symbol. That's really good. That can fit in any deck that runs white. Like this is a great card for any deck that runs white. Pine Walker, a 5/5 for 5 mana. It does have morph. You get to face up for 5. When it or another creature you control is turned face up, you get to untap that creature. So you can attack with your morphs, and then if you unmorph them on your opponent's turn, you get to untap them. War Name Aspirant, a 2/1 for 2 mana. with a raid, it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it if you attack this turn. So it could be a 3/2 for 2 mana. War Name Aspirant can't be blocked by creatures with power 1 or less, so it can't be chump blocked. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to take the Brave the Sands. That's going to be my first pick in this pack. Second pick would be Disowned Ancestor. So there you have it. Thank you so much. This is just a great card to buy you some time. It's good on attacking as well because, I mean, overall it's a defensive card because it gives you Vigilance, and Vigilance basically lets you attack and block. And then when you do block, you can block more than one creature with your creatures. So I like it a lot. I'm going to take Brave the Sands and then build from there. I'm Sean Penrod, and we'll see you in the next pack.